All right, we got this Echo PB-755ST. What it says there? See that? All right. And so this guy who doesn't want to mess with it anymore says, okay, the string's not working right. And I don't think he felt like taking this off and messing with it. So I get the privilege of trying this out. Okay, so I'm taking the plug wire off, taking the spark plug out just so it spins easier. See what's going on with it. Okay, so we got a full, I guess just because it's not retracting all the way. So how can we fix that? Let's get to this right here. We got 4 mounting screws right here. It appears to be some type of Torx tip. It might be Allen head. I can't really tell right here. Let's see what this is. I got a Torx tip on there on the drill right now, but let's see. You can zoom in and see what that is. Kind of trying to look through the back of the camera. Is it zooming in on that? Well, it looks like a Torx tip. And that's what I got on here, so that's what is working. I got that one out. Let's try these other ones. It feels like it's a little too big, the one I got, so crap. I have misplaced some of my Torx tips. Let's see if this one works. No, that doesn't fit in there either. Jeez, I don't have anything smaller. I do have a funky tip bit in here someplace. The next bigger one is just too big as well. So, dang it, don't have the right size for this. I'm gonna keep kind of going at it. Might try to grab a Allen wrench here real quick just to get it started. Let's see what we got here. Just to get it cracked. And let's see if that fits in there. No, not that one. Go one more bigger. And about this one. That fits in there pretty good. So let's just get these cracked open, and I'll go the rest of the way with the drill. Since it pretty much fits, it was enough to get one of them out. And so I'll just crack these loose. Can't even see this one up here. Need some better light. All right. I get this one. Okay, they should all come out now, the rest of them. Pretty easy. I'm still trying not to strip the heads of them. And make sure they don't get lost. This last one. Okay, so I got that off. And take a look at this. Okay, so there is a little notch right in there that we should be able to use to wind this thing up on itself a little bit better. Let me grab, I'm going to line that up right there, and then I'm going to grab a little needle nose pliers. So what does, this reminds me of my naval aviation maintenance days. What does a Filipino call 2 Navy pilots? Or just Navy pilots in general? Naval pliers. Naval pliers. And I could tell that joke because I had friends that I worked with in the Navy, Filipino guys, and I ended up marrying a Filipino lady. All right, so I'm catching the edge of that, leaving myself a little slack. See how I kind of got that out of there? And I'm going to tighten this up, keeping that string in the groove. Boy, it doesn't want to go much anymore. I got it to probably its max Okay, and I'm gonna see if that pulls it up. Boy, it's getting it up there. It could go maybe one more turn, but that handle is pretty much in there. But I'm gonna try to get just a little bit more of a turn on it. So I'm gonna get this rope out again, push it on through that hole, and just kind of twist it to try to get it jammed up so it'll poke itself out, and then take and pull this out. Give yourself some slack. Turn this to where it gets lined up with the notch. Try to get, let me see if I can get one more, yeah, twist on this, and that right there is probably going to be just fine. Okay, and we'll get it to roll back in on itself. Give it a couple. Gosh, that was probably the deal. All right, so let's try to get this back on there and see if it'll stay without getting jammed up like it just did. Yeah, probably not going to work like that. Let me try to maybe loosen this up a little bit. Like, what if I got a little PB Blaster right down in there, just down in the middle there, and hope that it can get down in there and keep whatever's sticking from continuing to stick. All right, I'm going to take a look at this. And we got the rope pulled all the way out. I'm going to see if loosening this just a little bit does anything to help retract this. I'm really loosening it now, and it's still not retracting itself. If I put this back on, I suspect it's just going to pull right back out of there. I had a chair around here as my chair. Okay. I would like to have this up on the bench, but I wanted to get this done quick. It's not looking that way. Okay, I'm taking the spring out and the fastener, just setting it right there. So I got the little metal plate, fastener, and spring right there. Keep them together, just put them on the floor right here. You see this? Is this even in the frame? Can't see it. Okay. Now let's gingerly, okay. I'm gonna try to, and this is still under spring tension. If I pull this out, then kind of game over. So what I want to kind of do is to get it to where it's just not gonna be sticking anymore. I'm gonna throw a little PB right down in this area and pull it back and forth a few times, try to work that PB Blaster into the spring area up underneath there, or just get this guy a new thing. Okay. All right, so I'm letting it get to work in there a little bit. I'm gonna work that out. Move it around a little bit, slosh it around, shake it up. Get that stuff moving around down in there. Okay. I don't think that's gonna hurt anything. And I doubt that it's gonna get on the spring. So let's put this back in place right there and get this screw started. Probably get the screw started first, and then we can make sure that those dogs are lined up where they're supposed to be. And it's got a very positive threading on here that kind of stays wherever you last left it. So I'll just kind of get this down and go for it. So I'll get it locked down there, and I'll back it off kind of maybe a quarter quarter turn or so. So it's on there good. Okay, slash it around a little bit more, shake it. I'm at the end of the travel there. Real fast a couple times. Okay, get that stuff working around in there. It's either this or he's buying a new recoil mechanism, and it's not getting stuck at the end of the travel now, so seems to be doing it. Okay, get this back on. Where are we at here? Right here. Okay, good. Got my 4 bolts. Okay, we got to get this lined up. These little dogs to pop in place there. There we go. I think it's on there. Nope. No. Okay. Dogs seem to be operating fine. So I'm just getting it on there, and I got to turn it a little bit, I guess, to get it up in there. You guys seen that? Yeah. So I got to get this down and line up with those dogs there, in between these dogs here. Right here. So I got to get that to just fit right in there just perfectly. So when I get that, see how I had to do that? I'm going to hold that in place and try to line this thing up, keeping some pressure on it. Okay. Boy, I shouldn't want to go back on there. Okay, there it is. There it is. That's on there now. Okay. Get these screws started a little bit. Just in there. Don't tighten them up until they're all started, preferably by hand with the threading. Get 1 or 2 threads in there, but with the spot that these are in, just go slow with the drill if you're going to do it with a drill. Make sure you have a first couple threads or on there good without cross threading anything. Just gotta have a feel for it. Otherwise, it's always a good idea to start these by hand, at least for a first couple threads. Okay. All right. And let's see if this pulls without getting stuck now. Oh yeah, real good. And yep, still hangs out a little bit, but I'm not messing with it anymore. I'm not going to wind that any tighter. I can't wind it any tighter. So they'll be happy with that. And put spark plug back in, and we should be good to go. Yeah, I'm not taking that back off to tighten it anymore. I don't want to wind that spring up any tighter, or it might bust. I don't want to mess with it. And that should be fine. I think, part of this problem was it was just hanging down too much. It's going in pretty good right now. And it retracts well. That should be just fine.